Call me crazy, but don't you think our fairy tale house could use a front door? This is Liberty Prime with Base Builders, and welcome back to RuneScape Dragonwilds. We're in the process of building a Tier 2 fairytale village from the ground up. So stick around and see how we handle all the weirdness. In this episode, we're going to start adding some entryways worthy of our fairytale house. Sorry, y'all. OCD moment is popping up its little head. When I was picking out the thumbnail for the previous episode, I noticed a couple of things. First of all, I completely forgot about the window boxes that I was planning to put here and here. And second, this is a weird little mismatch, so I would really love to fix that. So I think we're going right into the Eye of Oculus, and oh boy, it's nice that it's not raining, but that sun is just directly in my eyeballs. Okay. Anyway, oh boy. What time is it? Oh, it's getting on towards evening, actually. Well, let's get into Eye of Oculus while we still got a little bit of natural daylight left. And we go just put torches everywhere if we need to, because I am reasonably well rested, although I am not reasonably well undehydrated. But anyway, let's get into the decoration menu and put one or two of these lovely little window boxes in place, because these would be just perfect here. Oh, what am I missing? Oh, apparently I need some more ash planks. Well, that's a little bit of a word that I suddenly can't think of. Let's just get a whole bunch of them. Ooh, we don't have too much room in our inventory. We got all sorts of excess stuff here. Maybe I should just build a second crate a third, fourth, whatever crate. Another crate, so that we got some places to put some stuff that we don't need to always have on us. I sure enough don't feel like going back to base just for this. Okay, let's empty you out into here, because we don't need some of this. Let's see. These are just things that, as I'm trying to clean up the place, those always seem to happen. Those rats just get everywhere. Excuse me, ROUSs. Well, and of course now it's rainy, but at least the sun is not directly in my eyeballs. So let's go ahead and put this up real quick, and then we'll take a nap and make it bright again. Okay, we were doing some window boxes now. Alright, how hard could it be? I'm pretty sure I've got all the things I need. We're gonna get right up close and be as picky as we need to be here. Because, well, apparently I congenitally need to be picky. So we're gonna put that there. I hope that I can put this right about here-ish. Oh, darn it, this one's a little bit too far towards the center. So let's get over a little bit here. Hopefully you're about proper. And hopefully we can do the same thing over here. Well, there's going to be a little bit more space between them than I want there to be. Let's just keep on being picky with this. I'm warning y'all are in for some OCD here. Maybe we can make this look pretty nice. Alright. Now that's quite the improvement, if you ask me. And hopefully it'll look decent from down below, although, I might want to put those a little bit lower down, but yeah, that seems like something you would be able to see and enjoy from inside. I'm kind of tempted to put it all the way around. Well, let's give it a try. We can always destroy it if we don't like it. Get me up here to the proper spot. I'm just going for centered now. Don't really need to worry about them interfering with each other like I did in the center there. Speaking of centered. And let's get over here, and I've completely forgotten what I did before, but this is going to have to be good enough. Let's see. Yeah, that seems about right. And how did I wind up doing that? Okay, well, good enough for now. Yeah, I'm not sure if ooh, too many trees. I'm not sure if I like having them on those sides as well. I think I might just go with the ones in the center after all that minimal effort. But speaking of minimal effort, let's put a little bit of minimal effort into getting this organized a little bit better so it's not overhanging by like, 1/8 of a unit or something. Okay, go away. Let's just have all of you go away, and please don't mess up my roof. I will be very sour at you if you do. Okay, let's leave that there for the moment. Okay, only you go. You, and you, and you, and we will be building back plenty of stuff up there, but Let's build some stuff down here real quick so that I don't have to, scrub out my eyeballs every time I look at this. Okay, let's get you snapped correctly. That looks proper. And also even a bit perpendicular. Okay. Ooh, it's very easy to get lost in the sauce here. And y'all, I'm thinking maybe I will expand this backwards just a little bit more. We're going to have to see what the floor does to us. But I think we'll wait for daylight before we get into that. I just wanted to get something up here. Let's build a wall of some sort here. I'm still not decided as to where all the windows and whatnot will go on this floor. I think this might be the last full floor for this building. Might not even wind up being a full floor. I might make it like a half of a floor. We'll just have to see what happens. And yes, I'm thirsty. I'm tired-ish. I'm mostly anxious to make it daylight-ish. Let's see. Let's see if we can spin this around and get this nicely crisscrossed like we love to. Well, I sure do love to, but it's not cooperating with me at the moment. Let's try for the advanced. Now will you go where I want you to? Okay, let's just get rid of you, and maybe I can... There we go. Maybe this will work a little bit better. Sometimes that's the best way to get things to work, is just to destroy them. But apparently not this time. Well, let's build this next window and not worry too much about this center portion. Although, of course, it's going to bug me if I don't get it fixed, so let's get it fixed. Okay, let's just go with whichever one is active. And try one more again. Oh, you look... Yeah, there we go. Okay, we'll live with that for just a moment. But anyway, the point of this episode is that we are going to... Well, we're going to pick up everything real quick. But we are going to be making a nice little entryway for our fairy tale house. And maybe if we've got time, we're going to put a little bit of a roof over here. And also figure out whether or not we need to push that back a little bit. I'm as yet undecided, but we'll figure that out soon enough. Alright, well, we'll look at this in the daylight in just a few minutes, but, well, hopefully just a few seconds. But this whole thing right now is a gloomy basement where we store dirt and grass and all those other things that are not particularly useful to us in this game. So we're going to rejigger this, and I was originally going to try to turn this into an actual gloomy, spooky dungeon. But unfortunately, there's just not really much in the way of decorations that go along with that whole thing. So maybe someday, maybe there'll be a nice little Halloween update and we'll be able to get that whole thing going. But for now, I think that whole thing is going to be an entryway and possibly a little bit of a, sort of like a wine cellar for the leftover space. The world wakes. And I will wake up and I will drink some water and eat some food. Here we go. Louis is about to embark on some nice fairy tale building, one can hope. Let's get as full as we can of both of these things. Alright, and we're very slightly less overburdened now. Okay, let's get back over to our work spot. And I'm still going to keep our base over here for a little while longer. I will eventually put a bed here on in this portion, but that might have to wait a little while longer. Oh, and see, it would be so convenient if I could just very easily get up to that second floor and pick up all those things. I'm going to go around the back way for the moment. Might as well get that whole overburdenedness thing going. Oh, are you going to be annoying? Are you going to be annoying too? Yeah, I need a logging axe to fell this. Okay, good to know. But let's pick up all this stuff, or as much of it as we can. Oh, I had room for more than I expected. And I don't know if we'll fix it in this episode, but we are going to fix this so that this is not showing through, because that's, of course, that is bugging me. Now this side I can easily conceal, but this side is going to stick through whatever I put in front of it, so we're going to just move that just a little bit further into the room. But, well, where should we station ourselves while we do this? This should hopefully work well enough. So let's get back into that Eye of Oculus and get to work on our little entryway. And what shall we pick up for it? Let's see. Well, we're going to need some stairs pretty soon, but don't think that's necessarily what we needed to go with first off. Let's try getting this in our pocket. Well, maybe we don't need that in our pocket. Let's try for something else. Okay, well, the idea is going to be that we build... Well, boy, Okay, let me just get into something that I can use as a pointer. We're going to build a staircase from this little doorway up to the second floor. Although I can't really decide whether I should call this the first floor or the second floor, because this basement area is kind of the first floor, but it's also kind of the foundation. But we're going to do something over here as well, and actually we might want to start off with that, because I think this is going to be a cute little side door into the storage portion of the basement, and I'm going to try to arrange it so that I can get from this doorway, which is going to be a skinnier doorway. I would like to be able to get from this doorway to the stairs as well as to the storage, which is going to be back here behind this menu. So let's go ahead and... Are we in advanced? Yes, we are. See, what I'm going for is to put this half a measure back. It's always a little bit overly complex to do that kind of thing, so let's just destroy things a little bit, and maybe that'll make it a little bit easier. Now, will you let me put you back just about halfway? Will that chicken interfere with my work? Probably. Okay, come on, cooperate with me. Let's not have this fight this early in the morning. Come on, let's go. There we go, that's what I was looking for. That's a good little inanimate object. Okay, now let's just destroy this. And try to keep that decorative roll. Now, I have been thinking, for doorways and windows and such like on the first floor, it might actually make sense to be using the rougher wood type stuff. Okay, okay, yes, that's exactly what I wanted you to do. Thank you. I don't believe you actually did that. I think we're going to need to destroy this down here so that we can do it down here as well, but I might have done that a little bit sooner than I needed to. Okay, well, anyway, let's just try to put this one here. Okay. Maybe if I get into... Okay, well, maybe that's almost doing what I want it to. Are you doing what I want you to? I think you might be. Okay, that's odd. Now let's see if we can get you down here to do the thing that I want you to. I think I'm probably going to have to work my way over there, aren't I? Okay, let's just go ahead and destroy things. Maybe that'll make it easier. Erg. Let's just destroy all of the things, because why not? Let's see. Okay, do I have to just keep on destroying things so that I can do this? Apparently so. Okay, we're getting closer. We're gonna get there one of these moments. That might be what I'm trying to get you to do. Okay. Now, are you gonna cooperate over here, or are you gonna make me destroy this thing? You're probably gonna make me destroy something, aren't you? Well, eventually we will manage this. Hey. This camera is just too much trouble sometimes. Maybe if I were to get inside, this would be easier. Sometimes that does help, y'all. Okay, yep, that helped, weirdly enough. Of course, now that I'm in here, I've kind of lost track of what all I needed to be doing over there. Alrighty, I need one more piece right down here, and unfortunately, I might need to destroy this here in order to make it happen. Yeah, that is what I needed to do. Okay. So, with all that done, let's see what all we lost here. And do I care enough about having a window here? I've got an idea. Let's see. Let's make a slightly elevated window there. So we're going to put down the piece that I already had in my hand. We're going to put a piece down here. We'll continue with our decorative little frieze. And we will put a slightly higher window up here, which will make sense once we have our little storage area done. Ooh, it suddenly got nicer lighting. I approve. Okay, so we're going to put just a basic window here. And, well, let's see. Let me try the idea of having some rougher wood downstairs. We could always replace that pretty easily whenever we need to. Let's see. I can't quite tell if you're doing what I want you to. Am I out of stuff again? Oh, no, it's just blocked. By probably absolutely nothing. This just loves to call itself blocked when it's not blocked. Well, actually, I can push your window back that far. I don't really actually mind that yet. Let's see what it looks like from inside. And I wonder what on earth was blocking that. That's just kind of bugging me. I think I'm going to try spinning it around because I've discovered that sometimes when something is falsely calling itself blocked, all you got to do is just spin around the piece that you're trying to put in place. And yep, it did exactly what I was hoping it would do. And you know what? Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that for, at least for that and for this much smaller little access door here. The main thing is I actually need to build another little post here. We have just moved this out a little bit. And I'm thinking, well, let's see. I'm thinking various things while I'm out here. Let's, first of all, see what it looks like to put a second beam here in place. Yeah, I don't know if I hate that. We could do it either way. Let's see if we can get this to snap where I want it to. Well, let's just leave that floating in midair for a second because I'm going to put this other side in. Well, I was about to say real quick, but God only knows if that's going to be quick. Let's see. Let's try switching back to basic snapping. We're going to put this here, and maybe that'll let us put another one right beside it. I can temporarily get rid of this beam if I need to. Here's hoping that I don't destroy anything else. Okay, yeah, okay, now we need to be back in advanced. Ooh, we're almost there. It might almost work. Come on, do the thing. You know what I want you to do. It shouldn't be that hard. Was that down? No, that's at the proper level. Okay, well, you know what? Let's go from the bottom up. I think that often works best. Berg, you're almost cooperating with me. Well, let's see. Okay, if I put that there, then I can put that there, and I can hopefully put the next one up. Maybe so, maybe no. Oh, yes, I can. Alrighty. Now one more. Just cooperate with me. Oh, we are almost there. Yes, we did. Okay. Yes, we can, and yes, we did. Sí se puede, y todo eso. Alright, let's see. It's odd. I am definitely not quoting slogans that are from a side that I agree with, but, you know, occasionally a slogan will get stuck in your face. Okay, now what was I doing? I was going to go ahead and just plonk these decorative pieces back down. And let's get you into, well, some kind of snapping mode. And go ahead and finish you off. I'm a little bit undecided about these beams, actually, now that I'm looking at them. We can leave them there for the moment. We can always just remove them if we don't like them later on. It might be a little bit too overbearing or something. And I'm going to need to pick up a whole bunch of stuff here pretty soon. Let's get rid of this doorway and try replacing it with a less obtrusive wooden doorway. Didn't mean to do that, but might as well go ahead and go with it. And, okay, you overlapping chickens need to get out of my way. I kind of like that little, you know, kill a bow that once thing that just happened. Let's pick up some stuff here real quick. Might as well go with the accidental hitting of escape that I just did. Get me up here and let me pick up all this stuff. Yeah, see, this is just, I mean, it's just a gloomy basement, and maybe after the Halloween, maybe there will be a Halloween update, and maybe it will come with some nice, like, I don't know, barrels of bones, or blood puddles, or skulls that I can hang on the wall, or something like that. Maybe some nice chains, an executioner's block, something that I can turn this into an appropriately gloomy and spooky dungeon. That would be a whole lot of fun, but we ain't got that yet, so I think the best I could do would be just like a barrel of rocks or something, which just does not have quite the right whatever to it. But over here, we might actually wind up losing some of this porch. We're just going to have a very little modest entryway here, making it possible to at least, you know, get access to the storage area that we're about to build up. I'm sitting here trying to decide where I want the doorway to actually fall. And I'm also trying to decide about these wooden beams. But anyway, let's let's stay around here-ish, because I'll be able to pick stuff up. What time of day is it? We got a few more hours of daylight left. So let's get in here, into the Eye of Oculus yet again, our usual home. And let us see about some beams, perhaps. That's definitely a thing that we're going to do soon. And I meant to do the main entryway as the primary focus of this episode. I didn't really mean to spend much time at all on this. But let's see if just a modest little staircase. And you know what? Even though we're doing just the plain wooden tier 1 stuff for the door and window, I think that what we're going to do for the porch part is actually going to be the nicer wood. Let's see. I do like having you wide on both sides. Let's get a brain. See how that works. And let's see if we can... Ooh. Come on, go right about where... Well, ooh, boy. I think I want you down even further. So let's put a little cheater block to help us get there. These cheater blocks are just so handy, y'all. They really are. I strongly endorse this product or service. So y'all use them whenever you need them. If you can actually get them to snap where you want them to. So good luck with that. Let's get back into advanced snapping, I guess. This might do the trick. Let's find out. Because I want it to be down 1 level, I think. Hopefully that's not going to be too wild. And if it is, we can just fix it. So let's try down here. Okay, do that thing again. One more. Yeah, this is not going to make it easy on me, is it? Well, let's change where our little cheater block is. I wanted to go about here-ish. So I think that we need to put our cheater block back quite a bit. And I want to be able to have a staircase coming down that hits this road and doesn't impinge on the road too desperately much. Let's see. Okay, cheater block. Come on, go over. Yeah, that's the one. And it's already getting dark, although I think it's doing that thing where it gets surprisingly dark an hour or so before sunset actually happens. Yeah, it is. Okay, get down there. I think that might be where I want it to rest. Can't tell because there's all this huge stuff in the way. Let's get something smaller and torchier in the way. That's the wrong one. Furniture is where the torches live. Okay, where can we put you that you will just slide up the place without too much fuss? Don't want you to be in my way, but I do want you to light up the general region. And I do want you to not go through the floor. I mean, go through... Do I have all of the things? Yeah, I do have all of the things. You just were being all sorts of annoying. Okay, now let's just go ahead and get rid of this. And I'm planning to have the doorway possibly... I'm undecided as to whether I want it to be going down halfway between here and here or something else. Let's see. Well, one thing I know is that I want to have a little bit of a staircase. Well, a staircase down from here to the ground. So let's go ahead and put that one in place. Wait, oh yeah, I was going to use the fancier type of staircase for the external portion of this. And that's not too badly occupying the road. And we can try to have one... Let's see. Will you snap just exactly where I want you to? Probably not. I want you to... Yes, I wanted you to do that. So, good little thing. Alright. And now let's see. Let's try going ahead and building up a nice-ish floor in here. Ooh. Yeah. Can't even tell what I was lost in that time. Let's see. Don't know if I really care which direction the floor is going yet. We'll try that for the moment. And okay, let's put in a doorway, and we're going with the tier 1 wood doorway for the moment until we decide we don't like it, which is very plausible to happen. Okay, wait, maybe... Okay, yeah, that's what I was going for. And we're going to put in a few decorative blocks at the top of that. Okay, here. Come on. Alright. Yeah, see, that's supposed to be just the back door for... Call it the service entrance. And alright, now I'm trying to decide about this beam here. I'm not sure that I like that. But, well, okay, let's try both ways, and see which one we like better. I will be putting another support here, and I might actually slightly change up how I'm doing those supports. But let's put you here and try to get you to snap how I want you to. Will basic do it? Come on, do it. No, it won't do it. Okay, so back to advanced. There we go. All right. That's what I was going for. And now it's nighttime, so let's look at this in the daylight in just a few seconds. Oh yeah, I don't have a little starter hut over here, do it. And maybe what I should do is just build myself a little starter hut over there. There will still be a staircase involved, but it will be much easier to deal with than this staircase. I'm starting to hate that staircase, y'all. I might just take a few moments someday and rebuild this staircase entirely. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to do something different and easier and less symmetrical, unfortunately, but that part of me, or that part of my OCD is just going to have to shut up. So let's go right back over here and see what we think of the gloomy rain, about whether or not we should have 2 beams. Yeah, ooh. You know what, that's just a little bit too much, I think. We don't actually want to call that much attention to this doorway, because this is supposed to be, like I said earlier, this is the service entrance. So, alright, let's get back into our little post here and hope that we'll actually manage to pick up some of the stuff that we dropped, because we're going to be working on this doorway, and soon enough, we're actually going to make it over to this doorway. And if this episode winds up being long again, y'all, please forgive me. I apologize sort of very, very half-heartedly. But, yeah, it's just going to have to be what it is. I'm going to get over here, actually, because I'm going to be stuck here for just a little while longer. Not too long, but long enough that I might as well just stay here. We're going to do a little bit with this porch area. Let's see. Now, what was I doing? Okay, yeah, I was messing around with beams. And for some reason, I feel the need to destroy it with another beam. But I think we were just going to do a little bit with the supports. Oh no! Yeah, see, I knew that would happen. I knew that I would destroy the wrong thing. Let's try paying a little bit more attention. Hopefully I can get that right back where I had it before. Maybe having this beam here will give it something to line up with. And maybe I can remember where the thing is. Okay, let's get inside. Maybe that'll help somehow. Maybe it won't. Wait, almost? No. Even more no. Wait, maybe... No. Maybe so, maybe no. Okay, I think before we were having some success with doing this. So let's do that again if I can see around this piece. Yeah! Alright, there we go. Eventual success. We're gonna actually be putting some flooring over some of this dirt. We're not gonna be able to cover up quite every last scrap of dirt. But while I'm in here, I do think I'm gonna go ahead and close this off. There's just no real way to make that a good storage area, sadly. It's just gonna be kind of useless to us. Let's see. Get you over here. Get something over here, even though it's just barely going to be visible. Okay, that... Yeah. I was about to say that might work, but then I got all lost in the walls again. So, okay, anyway, we'll eventually have some flooring down here. Actually, you know what? We might as well go ahead and get started on that soon. I'm not sure I'm not sure what level I want the floor to be at, but I think maybe this higher level is going to be our winner. Let's see. And possibly let us reposition ourselves, because I think... Oh, okay, well, you know, actually, let's finish out this little porch area. And sure. I'm thinking about stair options. Let's see what we think of this. I do like that, but what happens when I do it over here? Oh, I'm in my way, aren't I? Erg. Okay, let's get out of my way and pick this up while we're here. Yeah, I don't know if that's even really necessary. But let's see. I'm worried that this stair piece is not going to quite hit or go all the way to the ground over here. And unfortunately, those stair pieces are kind of difficult to make work when they're too short. Let's see what happens. Yeah, well, it doesn't quite meet the floor, but that might be the right width so that I can go down one more layer. Let's find out. Let's see if I can actually get you to click where I want you to. Yeah, that is gonna work, oddly enough. but I don't know if I like the way it works. Yeah, well, and I don't know if there's any chance on Earth that I'm going to be able to get that to snap down there. Let's try basic real quick. Or no snapping is not really what I need. Yeah, you did do that. Okay, and now let's put one more down, but I don't know, I'm not really liking this. I'm going to try the rounded version in just a second, but let's complete this before we destroy it and try something different. And let's see if we can get you to snap where I need you to. Erg. Well, anyway, let's just look at it, even though it's snapped incorrectly. Let's look at what it's going to do, and yeah, it's going to be just way too wrong. So let's not bother. Let's see what the rounded ones look like, just out of curiosity. Because it is cool to have this piece. Okay, get out of my way. I'm trying to do a thing. All right, it's nice to have this piece, but I think, again, it's not going to meet the floor, and there is not an easy way to deal with that. Well, I don't know, that does almost meet the floor. Let's see if we can walk up it. We can walk up it, so maybe I will leave that there. Might need to make the porch either wider or narrower as a result. Okay, do the thing. Just, this shouldn't be hard for you to do. Let's get back into advanced. What, did you? Okay, you might, no, you didn't do it. Erg. Okay, come on. Yeah, there we go. Alright, well now we can make this porch just a little bit wider or leave it narrower. I'm kind of undecided now. Well, let's just make noises for a few seconds. Okay, well I'm gonna get a staircase going through the rock for the moment, just so that I can see what that's gonna wind up looking like. I want it to be matching up with these curved stairs. Oh, you're gonna maybe just destroy this whole piece, aren't you? Wait, fine, I will do said thing. Okay, let's see what this might look like. I mean, I do kind of like this little curved step area, but now we got to put something back there. So let's do exactly that. A smaller piece this time. And I hope that none of y'all need stair rails. Okay, let's get over here, and in a second I'm going to check whether or not that staircase is actually hitting the ground there. Yeah, I think it actually kind of is. Alright, well I'm kind of surprised, but I might leave that there for now. That might just be a much fancier staircase than I want. Maybe I should just go with a single narrow wide with railings on either side, but let's... no, that is kind of bugging me. Unfortunately, we're going to need to go back to exactly what we had just a few minutes ago. I do love these rounded little staircase thingies, and maybe we'll be able to use them on our real front door. But oh my goodness, I am hungry and thirsty and all them other things, as so often I am. Alrighty, let's get some water and some food and all them things, and it's a pretty nice time of day still. And I'm thinking that once I am well fed and well watered, I'm gonna maybe widen this porch back up. I'm a little bit undecided. I kind of, well, I hit the wrong button, but it was a useful wrong button to hit. I accidentally hit 2, and I needed some more water anyway. But I'm wondering if I should go ahead and widen this up just a touch more. Make the porch extend this a ways. And I've got a little bit of an idea of something that I want to put over here, and I think that maybe this is not the correct episode for it. We'll do that at a later time. But I'm thinking maybe just a little bit more architectural interest over here wouldn't go too far amiss. But let's go ahead and put back that wider piece here. And I am going to continue to extend this just a little bit. Because I figure, okay, this is the the service entrance where deliveries are made. So we're going to give them just a little bit of a porch here to rest things after they get up the stairs. And before they get up the second set of stairs, there's going to be a storage area back here. The actual stairway is going to go from here up to the second floor over there. But hopefully there should still be plenty of storage space behind it, and that's one of the reasons why I'm thinking of making this go back maybe just like one more notch. We're going to have to think of something interesting to do up here as a result thereof. So we'll see what we can figure out, although we've got all this path in the way, so we don't want to come out too far. But anyway, that is a problem for another episode, so let's get back to the problems of this episode, and let's get slightly more out of the way, and back into the eye of Oculus. Now that we are well fed, well watered, and we still got a little bit more daylight left to be getting on with. But let's see if we can... Ooh, Yeah, let's see if we can stop getting lost in the camera and put this where I want to. Oh goodness, this is going to be fussy at me, isn't it? Well, that was actually almost what I wanted it to do. I might need a good old cheater block here. Of course I'm right in the way where I wanted the cheater block to go. That's not going to do the trick. Let's get to a smaller piece. Maybe I can make you do the trick. No, I cannot. Well, that's getting closer. Yeah, I'm going to keep on being in the way, aren't I? Oh, erg. Okay, let's get out of the way even further. Maybe here I will be out of the way. Is there anything that I need? Well, there probably is some stuff to pick up, but it's not immediately visible, so let's keep on trying with this cheater piece. Get where I want you to. You shouldn't be that hard to do. See, you were doing it, except in the wrong spot. Come on. Well, I'll just have to cheat on over for the cheater piece. Oddly enough. Okay, and now maybe you will let me put what I want where I want it. Maybe if I go into basic snapping, you'll let me go with what I want to do. Yes, you did. We managed it eventually. All right. Now let's get this big old thing out of the way. So I was thinking that now I would extend this just a little bit, and I should probably start paying attention to which way things are rotated, but that's working well enough for the moment. That goes just nicely into the dirt there. And let's see. A little bit of stair railing probably wouldn't go amiss here. I was hoping that I would be close enough that I could, or that my person could pick up that pile of stuff that I need, but alrighty, I am so getting lost in the sauce, y'all. That happens far too easily for me, but oh well, we're just gonna have to go with reality, which is that I get lost in the sauce very easily. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of a stair railing here. Okay, that might just wind up being a spacer block. What I'm looking for is the appropriate start to a little bit of siding here. I'm trying to decide if that is in fact the appropriate spot. Yeah, I think it might be. Okay, what I am going for is one of these pieces, which will be up here. And, well, I'm trying to decide between the rough stuff or the smooth stuff. I think I might actually go for the smooth, newer stuff here. It can be very slightly fancy up in here. And we don't necessarily need that on both sides yet. Let's see. Alrighty, now we are going for one of these rectangles of the appropriate size. There we go. Now you get... Well, you get advanced. There we go. Now, I think that instead of using these fancier things, what I'm going to actually wind up using... Oh, and I did manage to collect some of that. I think I'm going to use just the slightly more boring ones like this. Oh, please snap where I want you to. And back to basic, huh? Hopefully. Okay, do the thing. Am I out of supplies? No, I'm blocked. Okay. Just do what I want you to. Please just read my mind and do exactly what I am trying to tell you to do. And I'll just get all lost in the dirt. How's that sound? Okay, let's try advanced snapping one more again. This should not be so terribly complicated. Maybe I will go decorative on you. Okay, let's try for some cheater blocks yet again. Who knows when it might work. Let's see. Okay, I saw it for just a split second, I think. Did I dream it? Oh, come on. Tell me to build back better. We're gonna just co-opt that slogan too. Okay, oh, yeah, there we go. All right. Well, I guess you liked that slogan better, huh? Okay, now we're gonna put some railing over here and extend the railing just a little bit over there, but possibly not block you off at the end. I think that it's probably a good idea for people to be able to get up there that way too. And I promise we're actually going to get to that other entryway pretty soon. Ooh, well, I will put that in the wrong spot. But it will eventually happen, and I'm trying to decide if we need another one of these down there at the bottom, but we will just find out in just a few more seconds. How badly do we need you? Well, we do need something. Oh, no, we need something underneath you. It's going to be even worse than this other one, isn't it? Oh, Well, here we go. Let's see. Now, occasionally I luck into this thing snapping where I want it to. It's never easy. Sometimes it works best if I have something else to the side. Yeah, see it. Well, no, yeah, okay, see, it does that. So maybe now that it has done that, we'll just have to get rid of that. And put one right beside it. Oh, did you? Okay, no, you didn't disappear. I thought for a second it had disappeared. Okay, now sometimes basic is the only way to go. Oh, come on, do it, do it, do it. Oh, I think it was just trying to do it. Yes, alrighty. Well, that was slightly easier than I was expecting it to be. We're gonna have to pick up all this stuff in just a second. But let's try real hard to actually finish this off, y'all. Okay. Oh, we got just a little bit more that we need to do. We are almost done, though, over here, at least. And now I need to pick up some more materials. Okay. Give me all this stuff that I dropped. I might need to actually, go get some more stuff out of our supply area. But let's get back over here and get just a little bit more done here, and then we will finally be able to switch over to here. And goodness knows, there's probably going to be even more stuff that I realized that I needed to do at the end of this episode. Oh, come on, let's just... Oh, what did I accidentally do? I hit T. What did that do to me? Oh, I don't need to actually repair anything. Yes, okay, fine. Be you repaired. I'm trying to toggle out of repair mode now, please. There we go. Okay. And we'll probably need a little bit more of a beam right here. Yeah, sure, why not? Actually, maybe it can be one of the smaller beams. Actually, no, I think it does need to be a big beam. Maybe the short one will... No, the short one's not going to work either, is it? So let's just do that. That might be a little bit more bulky than I want it to be. But I do want to be done with this part, so let's try for that part. Let's see how you work. Yeah, alright, that's not terrible. Okay, we're going to call that temporarily done. I am still planning to... Oh yeah, I do need to add some supports. And I also would love to fix this ceiling or make it a little bit more interesting. So let's go ahead and be distracted by that too. We just need a few of these little guys here. And hopefully you won't be too fussy or too hard to do. Okay, yeah, I just wanted it to be equally interesting over there. So let's put in a few more supports. I'm sitting here trying to decide between the big supports or the little supports. Maybe we should remove these bigger supports. But let's try having them right beside each other. I think it's going to look a little bit funky. But we will see in just a few more seconds. Okay. Oh, I do require more building materials. Okay, let's see what we're missing. And it's looking a little bit nighttime-ish. I am out of ash planks, it would appear. Let's see if I got any stored away. I probably do have plenty. Yes, I definitely have plenty of those. Alright, let's see. What else do we need to tend to? That's about we make it daylight, actually. Come on. Allow me to teleport. We're going to take a moment to mentally curse these stairs and get to bed. Turns out you're not dead, so get to work. That is the plan, as it so often is. Alright, let me get back down here. I was hoping I could land on that fire again. That was really cool. But, oh well. It happens ever so often. We'll just have to wait till the next time. Alrighty. This is sort of daylight-ish. And boy, I don't know if I like how those look from the bottom, but there are other angles that they could be looked at from. It's not too bad from over here. I'm talking about these window boxes, by the way. They stick out just a little bit more than I was hoping they would, but... Alright, I'm reasonably happy with this whole area. For the moment, I might wind up making this a little bit more boring after all, but... Anyway, that can just wait until I get some other bug up my butt. And y'all, this episode kind of got away from me. I wound up recording 2 big ol' episodes worth at once. So, as much as I hate to do it, we're gonna break this off right here and finish that front door that I've been promising y'all in the next one. Don't worry though, I do plan to put that next video up right after this one. So it should hopefully already be waiting for you. So go on, get so you can start right on in. And if you've enjoyed this little cliffhanger, please do leave a like on this video. Oh, and if you want to see how the rest of this huge fairy tale build turns out, please don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss anything. I'll see you on the next video, hopefully in just a few seconds. Bye.